This video will demonstrate how to use medical subject headings, otherwise known as MeSH, when searching the PubMed or MEDLINE databases at the University of Saskatchewan. This video will help you to become more familiar with MeSH, such as when it is used and how to use it when conducting a literature search. So what does MeSH stand for? MeSH is an acronym for Medical Subject Headings, which is a thesaurus of controlled vocabulary created by the National Library of Medicine. Every day, the National Library of Medicine indexes article records by assigning appropriate MeSH terms to the journal article. This enables a systemized approach to selecting and retrieving items in PubMed and MEDLINE. By using MeSH terms in your search, you can be more precise and find the most relevant articles. The MeSH database can be found on the PubMed homepage. Let's begin from the University of Saskatchewan Health Sciences Library homepage, where the link to PubMed is listed on the left-hand side of the screen. Before opening PubMed, make sure that you sign into your library account with your NSID and password. On the PubMed homepage, MeSH can be found under More Resources on the right-hand side of the screen. Now let's do a practice search in MeSH. I'd like to find articles on using mammography to diagnose breast cancer. Let's begin by typing the keyword breast cancer into the search box. This search has retrieved 53 different subject headings. The most relevant subject headings are the first ones listed, and in this case, breast neoplasms is the most appropriate subject heading for our search. Clicking on the term will give us more information. There are a few things to note on this page. The first is the list of subheadings. Subheadings are useful to a search when the subheading directly relates to the query and can further refine the topic to exclude irrelevant citations. However, subheadings should be used cautiously, and if there aren't any relevant subheadings to the search, it is best to ignore them. By not selecting any subheadings, PubMed will include them all in the search query. If you are unsure about whether a subheading is applicable, select this link. It will provide the definitions of each subheading and when it should be used. In this case, there is one subheading that is directly applicable to the search, and that is diagnosis. Let's go ahead and select it. The second thing to note on this page is the MeSH tree hierarchy, located at the bottom of the screen. All MeSH headings are organized within this tree hierarchy. The MeSH tree is important to have a look at because it shows the surrounding MeSH terms, either broader, such as neoplasms and neoplasms by site, or more narrow, such as breast neoplasms male. The more narrow terms found under breast neoplasms will automatically be included when using breast neoplasms as a MeSH term in a search. To exclude these terms, select the box "Do not include MeSH terms found below this term in the MeSH hierarchy." After selecting a subheading and looking at the MeSH hierarchy, we can add this MeSH heading to the search query. At the top of the screen, add the term to the search builder. Next, I want to add mammography to the search query. MeSH is selected in this drop-down menu at the top of the screen so that when I type in mammography, it will only search within the MeSH index. As you can see, mammography is its own MeSH term. Since we already know that this is the correct term, we can go ahead and check the box next to mammography. Then we can add it directly to the search builder. Finally, it's time to search PubMed. This is the PubMed results page. To read the abstract of an article and to see whether the library has full text access, let's click on the title of the article we want to read. This takes us to the abstract page. If you're interested in seeing the other MeSH terms attributed to this paper, click on the MeSH terms link at the bottom of the page. This is an excellent searching trick to keep in mind if you have found the perfect article and would like to find more of the same. Find the MeSH terms associated with that article, and you can use these terms in a new search. Now let's look at using MeSH in MEDLINE. Using MeSH in MEDLINE is a little more straightforward than PubMed. This checkbox, mapped to subject headings, is automatically selected in the advanced search screen. And by keeping it checked, MEDLINE will compare the keyword we enter to the MeSH index, finding the most suitable term. I'm going to type in breast cancer and keep this box checked. MEDLINE will recognize right away that the correct MeSH term for breast cancer is breast neoplasms. When we select this term, we can see where breast neoplasms fits within the MeSH hierarchy. The next step is to select a subheading. Let's select diagnosis and hit continue. The results for this search are displayed below the search box. This is a very short example of searching MeSH in MEDLINE. For more information on searching MEDLINE, please see the MEDLINE video tutorials created for you on the Health Sciences Library homepage. Thank you for watching this video tutorial on using MeSH while searching PubMed and MEDLINE. For any questions or for more information, please consult the Health Sciences Library homepage or your liaison librarian.